taking advantage.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Big game from him last night. And we talked about it. If Andrew Wiggins and Gary Payton II are healthy, this team has an 11-man rotation. And Kuminga's a huge part of that because he can play power forward and small forward. And he's strong. You know, him and Lamb give them a lot of versatility on the wing and small ball lineups. So how big of a performance do you think last night was for Kuminga, and I guess you could say for the Grizzlies, to see that Kuminga can put on these 22-point performances, 9 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 2 steals, 3 rebounds, and assists in 30 minutes. And this is like a 4-game stretch where he's been playing like 26 minutes at least, scoring double digits.
Yeah, ever since he's came back, he's been critical for him. I mean, I love Dante, but, Dante, they tried to fill in the Wiggins role with Dante for a while because Kuminga was out as well.
And he had good minutes. but, they were asking.
Well, Dante's still solid. It's just, not.
That's not his role.
He's not Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga's a great basketball player, and he's going to contribute with or without Andrew Wiggins on the Warriors. Golden State Road Warriors are the best road team in NBA in the last 48 hours, so shout out to them. And Kuminga's a big reason for it. Draymond Green had a great game last night, especially on the defensive side. Kuminga's the potential is just so high. I mean, that's why he was taken so high, and I think Kuminga's a player where you look at him in like a couple of years, if he's still with Golden State, and you're like, how the hell did Golden State get this guy as well? But on a night where Steph's shot wasn't falling, so he was more setting players up. Clay's shot wasn't falling. Jonathan Kuminga stepped up in a big way on the road. And yeah, man, Golden State stays onto that 6th seed, the best road team in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, I think I looked at this team, and if you look at it again, Gary Payton II and Wiggins, the lineup would be Wiggins, Thompson, Curry, Looney, and Green. Then off the bench, now you got Poole, Gary Payton II, Kuminga, DiVincenzo, JaMychal Green, Anthony Lamb. That team right there, in my opinion, I know the weakest position you could say right there is either the backup point guard spot or the backup center spot, but either way,
they'll be fine. They did it last year.
I was about to say that they did it last year. So
is Anthony Lamb, did they guarantee his contract?
Yeah, they converted him last week. They converted him to a standard NBA contract last week. That's when they signed Lester Quinwans for his two-way, to replace him as a two-way. And I do think we talked about it, that we said that, like, for the East, was it the Cavaliers and the Knicks as the two teams that could shock people and go on a run in the East? And I
don't think it's going to be the Knicks. I really don't. I think the Heat have a better shot than the Knicks.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's give the East 3 teams: the Heat, the Knicks, the Cavs, as 3 teams that we could see in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think the Warriors joined the Kings, and we had one other Western Conference team I felt like that we said could go on.
Well, I got the Lakers.
Lakers.
LeBron are healthy.
Yeah, Lakers. Let's do that. Lakers, Warriors, and Kings. Or 3 teams that you could see. And I know the Kings aren't surprising because they're like the seeding, but like people are still doubting them. But 3 teams that could.
All those teams, really. Golden State, defending champs, Lakers.
Yeah. Like all 3 of those teams are teams that if they get, a favorable matchups in the first 2 rounds, though either of those 3 teams, Warriors in this topic, I would not be surprised come May, where like Warriors versus Grizzlies or Warriors versus Nuggets or something.
It's just the trend right now with the West. I could even see OKC in the Western Conference Finals. So
oh my God.
Who knows what's going to happen?
I think I have said this before, and I will continue. I think I said this 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. I think this year's NBA champion is coming out the East. Personally, I just think the top 3 East teams are a lot top heavier than the top West teams. But I think the Warriors are a team that can match up against Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Bucks, Joel Embiid in the 76ers, Jason Tatum in the Boston Celtics. I think the Warriors are I think the only other team besides the Warriors or maybe the Memphis Grizzlies that are well equipped to defensively match up against an Eastern Conference team in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, East, barring something happening, is probably going to win it. Denver would be the 4 seed if they were in the East. So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because for last 25 years, it's been the West. That like you'd be like the best team in the East would be the 4th seed in the West. It was always that the West was so much better than the East.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.